Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to the DCS news for the 21st of October 2023. I hope you all enjoyed that, the most recent in my series on the Viggen. We were demonstrating there a little bit of a takeoff and some navigational flight. A very, very interesting aircraft, a very unusual aircraft, but once you start to learn how its systems work, they are actually fairly simple to follow. I actually quite like its minimalist HUD, although occasionally it would be nice to have a bit more information on screen. Welcome to the stream, Tog. You are indeed first. Welcome, Yogi. TechGaming45, welcome. Deepak is late again. Oh no. The news start is different almost every time. I always time it so that I start right after the end of the premiere, so it's going to depend on the length of the tutorial video on a particular day. Oh, John Bluer, God, I just watched an awful tutorial. Do tell, who was that? Byron Farrow, welcome. Might get back to the Viggen later, says Tech Gaming. SAB product is confusing. Sean Am81, the HUD reference lines are really like 80s video games. Yes, it's a very old school concept, this, but fairly easy enough to follow. Welcome to the stream, Tea Kettle Barbecue. Welcome, Only Napalm. Thank you very much for the contribution, Yogi. That's extremely kind. Thank you. Thank you very much. I salute you, sir. Yes, going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff on the Viggen. It has so many really interesting features. The onboard computer, although it's one of the first to ever be on a combat aircraft, is quite complete. It includes a lot of stuff that we would consider quite modern. You've got the ability to generate offset points and time on target, and choose your waypoint sequence, set altitudes for each waypoint, all that kind of stuff. So although it's a very, very early aircraft, it has a lot of functionality, and I'm going to be diving into that over the course of the next few weeks, and I'll show you all how it works. Oh yes. Yogi, any news on the Typhoon or the F4E? Not really. However, we do have some screenshots for the F4. I'll probably go over them because I'm not sure if we've actually seen all of them. I think we kind of have, but I'll review them again anyway, and we can take a little look at the screenshots. But really, nothing apart from that. John Bluer, I have the module. It's just taking the time to dive in. Beautifully textured. I love the wear on the dash cover. Oh yes, that the kind of glare shield over the front part of the cockpit is quite chewed up. However, like I said, I've seen a real example of a Viggen, and in fact, I've sat in it, and the real one looked very much like that. Sim Taylor coming in late, but hello. Yogi, is dotChuckles joining us? Sadly, no, not currently. He is still very busy with work. He's doing very well, but he's busy with work. So I'm hopeful that he will join us again at some point soon, though. And also, I'd really enjoy to do some tutorial videos with him, but that'll be dependent upon his availability. Good evening, Eagle Wings. Welcome to the stream. TechGaming45, I bet the F4E will be a Crimbo present. Yeah, originally they were intending to release it earlier in the year, but I wonder how much DCS 2.9 has held them back. These big updates to the sim do make it difficult to develop a new module, I would imagine. I have no insider information here. I would suspect the F4E is coming fairly soon, though. My expectation. Anyway, diving in, as we always do, to the Eagle Dynamics newsletter. This one is from the 20th of October, just yesterday. Dear fighter pilots, partners, and friends, the DCS Halloween sale, woo, 2023 is now started and will run until the 5th of November at 23:59 GMT on our eShop. Please take this opportunity to collect something special at a great price. Most DCS aircraft, campaigns, terrains, and packs are on sale with a 50% discount. Shop now and watch the video. Well, we've been instructed, we must watch the video. And Eagle Dynamics, as always, really kind of knocking it out of the park, as Americans say, with their trailers. Looks really, really cool. And is showing off the big internal rework that they've done on the Spitfire. It's had quite a lot of work done to it. Seeing the Sabre again for the first time in a while, that's cool. Lots of jiggly wings as we drop stuff. A4, really good to see the A4. Not even a module you can buy. The A4 is free and will always be free. Woo! Boom. So, there you go. That was that. Sim Taylor, not seeing your pot of coffee. This is going to be a long one without your caffeine. Oh, no, I've got my water. I'm just going to do good old H2O. It may well be a fairly long one. We have quite a lot of stuff to cover, but we'll see how we get in. John Bluer, I'll let you dive in shortly, but heard mostly positive things about 2.9. It's not without its issues, though. Well, actually, I have a video. I'm going to do my usual thing. I have a video where I do some benchmarking and I do some discussion of FSR. I can't demonstrate DLSS because I don't have an NVIDIA setup. I'm on AMD. But yes, I have a little benchmark video and I talk about FSR and screen space shadows. So if we can hit the thumbs up, if we can like this video, once it reaches 50 likes, I will set that video live right away. And it includes my personal experience of performance frame rates on DCS 2.9 with a variety of different settings. So, you know, like this video to get access to that shortly. Bread, welcome to the stream. Loved the vegan video. I can't wait to have some time to actually get in and fly it. Tog, B1 bomber module. No, it's simply an updated model for the AI B1B. But it does look very, very nice. H2O, unsafe. Fish, swim in it. Well, also, I imagine at this stage, any water that we drink has already been through an animal. So, I am in fact drinking pea water. Ah, delicious. Anyway, bread, I'm doing my part. Interesting story. Hello, Sim Taylor. Tog, they reworked the AI end of the B1 as I understand it. Yep, as Byron says, B1 is a new AI model. Eagle Wings, DLSS is really brilliant 2D, but not so in VR. Oh my, that's interesting. I've not tried 2.9 in VR yet. I only just installed it this morning, and I've been running in multi-threaded 2D for the purposes of filming my videos. So, DCS 2.9 was released yesterday into open beta and offers a ton of new features, enhancements, and bug fixes. This latest update includes significant frame rate improvements with NVIDIA DLSS support, aircraft improvements, new data link features, updated voice chat, amazing new 3D models, a range of visual upgrades that includes rotor wash effects, SSS, that's screen space shadows, and much more. Please see the 2.9 changelog for a complete list of changes. 2 exciting new campaigns are now available for your enjoyment in DCS 2.9 Open Beta. Check out DCS Mad Black Shark by Stone Sky and the DCS F-16C Weasels over Syria campaign by Ground Pounder Sims. These are links to the store. Please read the details below. Excellent, excellent. Bread. Being able to fly the B1 would be too cool. Byron Farrow, was that the BO105 I saw though? I think that was the Gazelle that you saw in that video, but well, let's quickly run that again and see. Maybe I was wrong. I thought that's a Gazelle there. That's a B1 BE. That's an artillery unit. That's a Mirage 2000C. That's a Spitfire. That's an F-18. That's an Apache. That's an F-15. That's a tank. That's an A-10. That's a SAM. That's things going boom. That's an F-16. That's a Sabre. Jeff. MiG-29. F-15 again. A4. F-14. Yes. So yeah, what you saw was indeed a Gazelle. It's nice. Sim Taylor, DLSS has pegged my frame rate at max capacity for my card. Looks beautiful. Yes, if you have a good graphics card, that's what it's going to tend to do. You're going to end up being CPU bound. You're not going to get any more frames because your card is already doing as much as it can. Stuart McLean, very pleased with 2.9. Looks great, and frame rate is 100 average in 4K on a 55-inch Samsung Arc. That does sound very tasty. John Bloor, the only thing I can report personally is that ghosting effect with DLSS being very pronounced. You can, of course, with DLSS change the profiles. In the case of FSR, which is what I've been using, you can adjust the scale that you're downscaling to, or upscaling from, and you can also adjust the sharpness that's applied to it. And that makes a big difference. I've not noticed any ghosting. I have, however, well, I'd be giving the game away. You should hit that like button and see my benchmark video where I tell you all about it. Tog, shame they haven't gotten around to doing the spooky gunship yet. Would be good for a Halloween release. Pet Hell, I must disagree. DLSS works for me. Also good in VR in combination with OpenXR CAS. This is actually what I'm intending to test. I'm intending to try out FSR while using the kind of settings in OpenXR that I've already tweaked. So see how that works. Griff Nizzle, speaking of Halloween, you think they'll do the spooky night stuff they did last year? Oh, I forgot about that. That was actually really cool. Byron Farrow, sorry, it was a gazelle. Excited for the MBB at some point, though. Yes. Give me Kaiwa, says John Bloor. I agree. Kaiwa, it's going to be good. It's going to vary a lot from machine to machine, you know, how the ghosting and so on is. Mr. Yeti, evening all 2.9 on Pancake works well. VR is going to need some serious tweaking. Jealous of everyone saying it's working well for them. VR has always worked quite well for me, and I have the expectation that FSR will make it better. Bread, DLSS has made recording things nice and blurry for me. Slewing the TDC in the Jeff looks like it's being wiped across the screen. Oh dear. Eli, I'm here. Or is L? Sorry, I always get mixed up. L, I'm here. Sup, people. Nice. Remember to hit that like button. Once I hit 50 likes, I'm going to set live a video all about benchmarking DCS 2.9. Spooks Sale, Halloween Sale 2023. We just saw the video there. The 2023 Halloween Sale is a fantastic opportunity to save up to 50% on most DCS aircraft, terrains, tech packs, and campaigns. The DCS Halloween Sale 2023 will run until the 5th of November 2023 at 23:59 GMT on our eShop. They don't mention Steam. We're also pleased to announce that we will have a similar sale as Steam. Okay, right, there you go. Please stay tuned for more details. So, there you go. I'm not going to read all of these for you this time. I feel like I spend a lot of time in the DCS news reading out what's on sale. If you ever miss a DCS sale, just wait a little while. You'll definitely get another one soon. Although I'm really happy they do this. Although I've got to say, I am one of those idiots who just always buy stuff at full price. I'm just too excited. I just need things now. I can't wait for a sale. Oh dear. Ernest, what about all the new bugs of DCS 2.9? Which bugs? Actually, I think they had some kind of known problems listed at the bottom. I've not experienced any so far. I found that it's, well, I've only been really flying it today, but I found it to be running really well for me at least. Yeah, I haven't seen any. Haven't tried the in-game comms yet, says Sim Taylor. I'm also still using SRS. So, DCS 2.9, the big news, open beta. Over the past weeks, we have discussed a number of the new features coming to DCS 2.9. This update is an important milestone for DCS that is designed to improve your experience across a broad range of areas and is heavily influenced by your feedback and requests. Thank you for your patience and commitment. We also want to thank our external testers for the long hours they've contributed to proofing this update. Once we are satisfied with the state of the 2.9 open beta, we will move to the DCS stable version. So, what to expect in DCS 2.9 open beta and later, in no particular order. New voice chat features and immersive radio sound effects. We have a video from Matt Wagner that I'll show you in just a moment where he demonstrates all of this, and it does look rather good. Data link improvements for the F-16C, FA-18C, A-10C2, and AH-64D. We watched videos all about those over the last couple of weeks. Radar improvements for the F-16C and FA-18C. The Mirage F1 BE variant. We're going to watch a video about that in a moment. Updated camera view controls, allowing you to use the WASD and QE keys to position the camera on any unit. Improved track replay system. Work in progress. Improved spotting dots that change with resolution and are not affected by zoom. Work in progress. Color grading options. New 3D models that include the B1B, B52H, S3B, CRAM, and SA10. Transport troops using player-controlled ground vehicles with combined arms. NVIDIA DLSS 3.5 support. Rotor wash visual effect, work in progress. Airflow effect on vegetation, work in progress. New Spitfire Mark 9 cockpit textures and improved details. Mission updates for all warbirds. AIM-9 family upgrade. R13M, R60, R3M, R3R, sorry, and R3S missiles have been refactored. These are the missiles for the MiG-21, and custom payloads. This was demonstrated a while back in a video. We're thrilled to launch these improvements and trust they will enhance your DCS experience, and we look forward to your feedback. Read the full changelog. We will shortly. John Bloor, DCS trying to keep up with the DFS sales, near constant. Griff Nizzle, the new spotting is a nice improvement, even if it seems like they basically took Y's spotting mod line for line. Sim Taylor, I've got a spare kidney if they turn loose the Phantom. Mr. Yeti, ED did a post today on the forum about known bugs and an incoming hotfix. Okay, thank you very much for that heads up. I'll take a look at that then and show you on the stream. Tog, it is yours and it is fresh, Sim Taylor. Stuart McLean had some stuttering at first, but buttery smooth since. Sim Taylor, no comment. Mr. Yeti, one of them being very visible aircraft at long range, looking like massive blobs. I didn't notice that, but yeah, that sounds like a thing that could happen. Does Carrier TACAN work as it used to before the update? It asks only Napalm. I don't know. Carrier TACAN has been weird for a long time, so hopefully they have, in fact, fixed that. So, let's see, the DCS 2.9 launch trailer. Look at all this cool stuff. That was the F1 BE there, which is new in this update. It was Normandy, I guess. That looks like Marianas. Look at all that vegetation jiggling about as the helicopter hovers. That's a really cool new feature. F-16 looking amazing as always. Lighting and explosions looking great. Graphics are looking very nice indeed. 2.9, I have to say. They've done some nice work here. And I'm sure the first thing that most people will say is Vulcan when, but... but I'm sure it will come when it's ready. Spitfire cockpit looking really nice. Oh, Channel Right, thank you very much. That's extremely kind. Thank you for the donation. Excellent. Now, any of this cola? Haha, yes, that's supposedly progressing well. We might see the cola map soon. Lots of nice improvements here with the graphics, DLSS. There's another example. Some nice high frame rates. I was about to say they don't tell you the spec. They do tell you the graphics card, but they don't tell you the spec of the machine running those frame rate examples. Vegetation looks fantastic with the screen space shadows, I have to say. Really, really good. Yeah. It just makes the environment look a lot more alive. This in combination with the improvements that they had already made to the atmosphere and lighting, it's really starting to look very, very nice indeed. And yeah, this is them demonstrating the improvements to track replay. Yeah, look at everything jiggling about as the helicopter comes into land. Woof. Oh yeah, they were talking about this. Eventually the shock wave from explosions will jiggle stuff in the terrain, which sounds really, really nice. And of course, data link. All of the super fancy new data link features. And that was a B-52, I think. Yeah, this is the new B-52 model. Very nice. The S3B, SAM system models. CRAM. I can't wait to see that in action, especially at night. That's going to look amazing. Spitfire cockpit completely reworked. All the materials looking very, very nice. Lots of DACA. Oh yeah, and they were also talking about the new camera controls. So you can now effectively position your camera kind of anywhere you want in relation to a unit. You can create these really sort of GoPro style video sequences now in DCS 2.9. Oh, and the different color grading. Yes. So you can make it look like old-timey video if you want to. And the ability to create your own saved loadouts. Very, very nice. I believe there's even a way of sharing those as well with other people, which sounds very nice. Wow, channel right. Thank you very much indeed. That's extremely kind. Thank you very much for the donations, everyone. It's very, very kind indeed. CRAM at night through NVGs. And here we go, Mirage F1 BE. I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. I've not been flying the Mirage F1 enough. It looks like a really nicely modelled aircraft. And now we have the ability to bring a friend. Hind looking good, F-16 looking good. Yeah. It's all just looking rather good. Whoosh, 15 years of digital combat simulator. Onwards and upwards, thank you from Eagle Dynamics. Excellent, excellent. So there you go. That's the trailer video for DCS 2.9. Let me just scroll back up. You've all been chatting away. Fantastic. Griff Nizzle, I do know with the new radio modelling, the A4 mod team have had to go and make changes to all radios, not just VoIP. Apparently it's broken TACAN and MCILS for the mod, so it might indeed have changed TACAN. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. There might be issues for third parties. Bread, first thing I did after the update was turn up the vegetation setting and then went to fly at 30,000 feet. We got DLAA and DLSS, but they didn't showcase TAA at the very least. I have to say, until it was released and they had the little post in the forum about the new graphics settings, I had no idea we were getting FSR. So I was under the impression that all the NVIDIA people were going to be happy, and AMD people such as myself were going to be made very sad. But no, I'm happy. I get FSR, so that's brilliant. Griff Nizzle, the track replay honestly has me kinda excited, and I don't make content. Just the ability to more reliably see my fuck-ups and learn from them will be nice. Oh, I said fuck. TAC view on crack. Pink Floyd CRAM caught 2 of my JDAMs. That's an impressive capability. John Bloor, so the S3 tanker version is still looking like a Tomb Raider 1 asset, but it's getting the same treatment shortly. They have already shown pictures of the new model, but for some reason it's not in-game yet. It missed the deadline, I guess. Right. Sim Taylor saw some carrier TACAN weirdness about 30 minutes ago, actually. Tried to dial in the TACAN for the carrier on our training server and couldn't pick it up until under 7 miles. Oof, okay, that's not good. Tech Gaming, my RAF liveries for the F1 make it look like the Jag. Well, that sounds very nice. John Bloor, is it bad? I'm looking forward to the F1CM. My happy place is that semi-glass, semi-analog late 80s, early 90s era. I think that's going to be really cool. I think that is going to be really cool. I'm really happy that Airgis have given us so many variants of this aircraft. It's just fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Ashton, where's dotChuckles? dotChuckles is sadly a very, very busy boy. He's been doing a lot of work and he's not been available generally recently. But I am hopeful to get him back on the show at some point soon. I wonder when the next patch is out. You only just got a patch channel. Yes, but what about second patch? They said they would investigate it, but actually adding it in 2.9 was a surprise. Look forward to trying the updated track replay. Mark S, hello, welcome. Pink Floyd, I just got a mid-show commercial. Never seen that on your show before. Yes, YouTube have changed the way that the adverts work for the live streams, and I have to say I don't understand the settings. So if you're getting adverts, I apologise. I'll try to tune it a little bit. I do, of course, have adverts on all of my videos, but I wasn't intending for adverts to appear in the middle of my live stream, so I'm sorry about that. I will try and improve on that. TechGaming45, wasn't the new tanker meant to come with the new basket physics, or has it changed? They haven't completed the new basket physics yet. They were talking about it a while back, but it's never been delivered. We're still waiting on that one. Mark S, eventually you'll be lucky to catch the mid-commercial show. No, I'm not going to do that. Of course, I need to make money, but I'm not looking to punish you all too much with adverts. Speaking of which, go ahead and like this video. Once I hit 50 likes, I'm going to set another video live, another exciting video specifically about DCS 2.9 and how it performs on my machine. Lastly, in the newsletter, Weasels over Syria, F-16C Viper campaign. Strap into the mighty F-16C Viper and enter the world of the Wild Weasel. Taking place over Syria, you'll fly head-on into the enemy air defences. This campaign features 12 thrilling and immersive missions in which you're tasked with seed, deed, search and destroy, strike and escort missions. Included are 75 pages of scenario intelligence reports, 22 pages of spins, and over 200 pages of detailed briefing and kneeboards. A custom air traffic control ATC system has also been created for your home airfield by the DCS F-16C Weasels over Syria campaign now. This campaign, along with DCS Mad Black Shark, are now available in the latest open beta. Please ensure you update to DCS Open Beta 2.9. Thank you again for your passion, patience, and support. You make our dreams come true. Thank you again for your passion and support. They kind of repeat themselves there. Shady TTV. Did anyone experience issues with FC3 modules in DLSS? I've had HUD's motion blurring with quality preset. That doesn't sound very good. Sim Taylor, yeah, got one too. YouTube trying to irritate you to the point where you pay for their service. Bread, am I not going to be able to refuel by clipping into the basket sideways anymore? Probably not. No. YouTube Premium member here. Yeah, me too, actually. I never see adverts. Okay, yeah, so some people seeing ghosting with the FC3 stuff. Before I jump to the changelog, let's go ahead and play Matt Wagner's most recent video on his channel, where he demonstrates the new voice chat system in 2.9 and explains how it all works. Let me jump. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Let me jump to a point where he's actually demonstrating things. So yeah, he demonstrates how to set the audio device. He demonstrates how you can look up different radios, see which ones are attached to which aircraft, and you can actually see all the different attributes that radio has in the game UI, which is kind of cool. If you really want to, you can even adjust individual settings. Like you've got the sound filter options here. So if you wanted to, you could completely change how it sounds, which is interesting. Why you would do this, I don't know. I guess you can also actually design your own radios, and you can attach additional radios to aircraft. So even radios that the aircraft doesn't have in the real world, you can attach and control. However, then you would only be able to control them via the overlay UI. You're not going to be able to control them in the cockpit because, of course, they won't exist in the cockpit. So let's get to the point where he actually demonstrates it. Here he is in Apache. Apache, of course, has 5 radios. He's going to bring up the overlay, and he's going to demonstrate that all 5 are there, including the intercom. And he's going to demonstrate that you can hit the push-to-talk keys, and the correct radios will light up and transmit, which is good. Griff Nizzle, while it's a meme to talk about how broken new stuff from ED usually is, and yeah, this needs some more time in the oven, as a work in progress, I'm pretty happy with the direction of the patch. Yeah, I gotta say, I've not noticed anything too bad so far. I'm pretty happy with the quality of this. It's generally just a big improvement, I think. Sim Taylor agrees. So yeah, of course, you don't need to display this overlay. He explains this in the video. However, if you want to see exactly what's going on, it can be helpful to display this overlay. But you can just control all of your radios from inside the cockpit, and the overlay will mirror the configuration and the settings that you've actually made in the aircraft cockpit itself. So, yeah, he goes over the radios in the Apache for a period of time, just showing you how all of that works. And then the other thing is he demonstrates the radios in the F-16. And a nice thing that you get here in the F-16 is the transmit indicator, which is when the UHF or VHF text in the DED has like inverse video. Just there, he's doing it now. You get inverse video on the one you're transmitting on. That's a really nice feature. We've not had that implemented for very many radios in SRS. And so this is probably one area where the built-in voice chat could end up being better. Because a number of aircraft do have these transmit indicators. The Harrier has it, and I've put in a request with Razbam for them to add the transmit indicators to the Harrier. The Harrier displays a little colon next to the radio that you're currently transmitting on while you're holding in the PTT. So very similar to this feature that you have here in the F-16, where the currently transmitting radio is displayed in inverse video. So as always, go ahead and check that out. Matt Wagner's YouTube channel is a wealth of fantastic information about cool new stuff that's coming. Shady TTV, it's an amazing patch. This feature to save and edit loadouts in multiplayer 2 is pretty sweet. If y'all hate ads, then I suggest using something that's not Chromium based, like Firefox and uBlock Origin. FighterJets HQ, I agree. YouTube sometimes moans about it, but all you really have to do is just turn it off for like a minute or two and then reactivate it. Griffnizzle, I use Brave, Gigabrain, Ad Blocker. Yeah, the only thing I would say about these is keep in mind that whenever you're using an ad blocker, the content creator is not receiving any revenue from your views. Now, for me personally, that's not a big deal. I understand that some people don't mind viewing adverts, and some people it's like totally unacceptable. They don't ever want to be presented with adverts, and I think that's for the individual to choose whether they would like to see adverts or not. But just keep it in the back of your head that if you're not seeing adverts, then content creators such as myself are not getting any money. But you know, it's not like I'm dying at the side of the street or anything. So you don't need to feel sad for me, but you should always keep it in mind. We missed the Supercarrier new director deck crew. I was looking forward to that. Yeah, it's not in just yet, sadly. FighterJets HQ, please, if learned Apache datalink, make a video on it. I am intending to do a series on the Apache soon, once it's a little bit more complete. I'm just waiting for the radar and the interferometer and some other little bits to be added to the Apache, and then I will indeed do a complete tutorial series on it. Pink Floyd, not seeing improvements with DLSS, but I find the sim looks better as a whole. I agree. Actually, my frame rates are better even with FSR turned off, so they've clearly made some improvements throughout. Griffnizzle, SRS is still better than in-game VoIP, but it's getting there. No option for external radio yet, still makes SRS necessary for things like LOT ATC. After the update, does the F-18C air brake work? Should I reassign it? I'm not aware of that being a problem, but it's worth taking a look. Griffnizzle, that's why I pay you directly. Thank you very much. Yeah, I very much appreciate that. Yes, obviously, if you're a member of Deepak's ground crew, then you should feel no. There should be no reason for you to watch adverts at all. Tog, Opera with uBlock Origin and AdBlock Blocker. If I wanted to see ads, I'd go to the store and see what's for sale. Yes. I kind of agree. Like, I don't mind. Like, my solution has just been to buy YouTube Premium, because then I don't see any adverts, but I'm still paying money that goes to the content creators who I watch. So that's my preferred solution. But as I said, I totally understand, and I think it's perfectly acceptable for people to block ads if they don't want to see them. Sim Taylor, a video for the Apache on how to get off the ground and not wiping out friendly buildings and dying would be helpful. John Bluer, I thought I was getting feet pics. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing the feet pics. Cool, alrighty. So yes, the other big thing, of course, that happened was we had the DCS 2.9 open beta patch drop. And it's a chonky change log that we have this week. So I'm not going to read every single line of this, obviously, but I'm gonna go ahead and read out the things that I think are kind of highlights. So yeah, the Mirage F1 BE was added. That's really, really cool. We got NVIDIA DLSS, which is very, very cool. We got AMD FSR2, Fidelity FX Super Resolution. So I didn't expect that one. There are new anti-aliasing options. We have multi-sampling anti-aliasing, temporal anti-aliasing, and deep learning anti-aliasing. We've got screen space shadows. This adds improved shadow detail to grass, bushes, and trees. And this is actually the thing that I think looks the best. I really like what they've done with SSS. I think it looks very good. The fact that had to be seriously addressed. Yes, no, you're not getting. You have hand picks. Have hand picks. Color grading. You've got 9 image color gradients that allow you to adjust the tint of the image. There's a new LOD switch factor. The level of detail slider allows you to adjust the distance at which a unit transitions to a lower level of detail. There's sharpening. This slider adjusts the image sharpness and can make it look crisper and clearer by enhancing edges. Cinematic camera view. Right control and F2 in combination with mouse. WASD controls can be used to move the camera forward, back, and laterally. And the Q and E keys can move the camera up and down. That's a really, really cool new feature. John Bluer smashes that print screen button. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, Pink Floyd, no JDAMs for the Strike Eagle yet. But I like the terrain following radar. I want to try that one out. We have the video about the JDAMs a little bit later in the news stream. Sim Taylor, anybody tested the radar in the 16 and 18 since the change? I have not. I have not. Where were we? New 3D models, newly created models for the B1B, B52H, S3B, the S3B tanker to follow shortly. The Centurion CRAM and the SA-10, otherwise known as the S300PS. New ability to create, save, delete, rename custom weapon loadouts. Improved spotting dots. Improved replays. Advanced waypoint action for unlimited fuel option for AI. Perform task strafing. Added helicopter rotor downwash influence on vegetation. Updates to the voice chat. Improved helicopter rotor dust effects. Lots of AI updates. Fixes to ground units. Anything else here that's worth taking a look at? No. No, nothing else there. And then there's a whole category just for weapons right now. Vitor, 18 radar picks up stuff much further away. That's cool. The weapon loadouts thing for MP is huge. DLSS and Gazelle roll fix, best changes of the year. Lots of good ones. So yeah, we've got new implementation of air-to-air missiles by Eagle Dynamics for the MiG-21 and the Viggen. I need to try these out. Fixed inaccuracies in several versions of the AIM-9. Added the AIM-9P3 and R-60A missiles. Anything else exciting here? Introduced ejector mechanics for bombs. We'll need to take a look at that. Rest are mostly fixies, I think. F-16C gets the improved data link settings. It gets the new air-to-air radar. They've implemented TDOA over HTS, so you're basically having multiple aircraft using the HTS pod and sharing information over data link. Improved CCIP and CCRP. Improved the VIP-VRP options, snowplow mode and sighting point options. Improved the range scale mechanics. Improved the flight model. The characteristic of the displacement of the pressure center during the transition to supersonic has been corrected. improvement of the characteristics of turns. This sounds like it's been translated from Russian. Of turns at high altitudes, smoothed the effect of bubble when passing the transonic zone on a turn at high altitude. G-onset transition characteristics improved over the entire range of heights and speeds. The most important addition to the F-16, added the canopy latch hooks animation. This is definitely an MI8 cockpit fan moment, everybody. This is important stuff. Rockets are a lot more precise. Sim Taylor, ejector mechanics. Didn't know they were broken and needed a mechanic. Very good, very good. Tog, anything's possible, I suppose, but GS has been using JDAMs for a long time now in his birds. GS, he has been running the alpha for a long time and repeatedly shows off stuff in the alpha that he's maybe not supposed to. So, yes. Whenever you see him demonstrate something, just be aware that it might be a long way away for the rest of us. And yes, and then lots of other fixies. Lots of really cool stuff there. FA-18C improved data link, they improved air-to-air radar, they improved accuracy in CCIP and auto modes, improved TWS auto scan priority, improved the radar AGE setting and functionality, added the ability to do carrier RF alignment via the data link. This is a capability the aircraft has in the real world. You can now align using the data link rather than having to have the cable plugged in, which is very, very cool. And then a bunch of fixies. H64D added COM presets and data link support. This is really good, actually. This makes the upfront controller a lot more complete. Very, very nice to see this. Yeah, the EUFD. Preset and swap buttons have been re-enabled. Added the laser warning receiver. This is a biggie. Improved the LMC and TSE logic, although it's a work in progress. Altitude hold adjustments, work in progress. Heading hold corrections, flight page corrections, fuel page corrections. And then a bunch of fixies. I like this first one. Fixed, dead CPG not repaired properly. When you land the helicopter with a dead CPG and you ask the ground crew for repair, they should obviously, like, I don't know, like, yeah, use the heart starter on him and get him going again. Repair the CPG. I love that. That's really good. John Bluer. Good evening, everybody. Paul Dillon, welcome to the stream. Only Napalm, how to link with the CVN. I would assume that you need to tune like a mids channel, and then you'll get the option to do it, but I honestly don't know. Hopefully that's something that will appear in your kneeboard, and you'll just be able to look it up. Someone's going to have to do a video on that, I imagine. John Bluer, oh god, yes, the laser warning receiver is huge. This is a big, big improvement for the Apache. This is a big improvement to Apache survivability. The interferometer is also going to make a big difference when that comes. Yeah, John Bluer, I've been plinked by Tank 80 GM so many times. You're now going to get quite a lot of warning when that's about to happen. I picture them putting him back together like Robocop, says John Bluer. Yeah, this is, like, to me, this is ridiculous. The wording on this is so funny, but I'm glad they fixed this. A10C2 Tank Killer. Ability to set up to 4 members and 12 donors in the Mission Editor flight group. Fixed labels, and then a bunch of fixies. So this is mostly fairly standard stuff. The Hind improved Petrovich AI target detection system realism, improved FM behavior, improved the engines and APU synchronization, auto start procedures been adjusted, and then a bunch of fixies. And then smaller fixies for a bunch of other aircraft and modules. Big update to the Spitfire cockpit, as I mentioned. Mirage F1, we've now added the F1 BE version. Well, it's obviously at this point that we should play the video. Run the tape, as they used to say in the old days. Is this the right quality setting? Yes, it is. So, Mirage F1 BE, this is the training version of the Mirage F1. Very good to see this. 2 seats, and you've got this funky kind of HUD camera repeater. Looks really good. And just a really cool aircraft anyway. Nice to get this variant. You'll need to imagine the whoosh sounds yourself, because I don't want to get copyright struck for the music. Double Doritos! You gun pods as well. Yes, indeed. Doing super swanky. Tog, I gotta head off. Be sure and pimp that VAF, you know I will. Looking very nice indeed. Yeah, Airgis have really really done a good job with this module. I'm very, very happy with it. And we're only waiting for one version of the aircraft now. They've delivered almost everything that they promised. And in just a moment, we're going to see an F1 fight a MiG-21, and of course, win. As it should be. In poor visibility, flying from the back seat and using that repeater camera must be terrifying. I would assume it's the instructor who sits in the back and the student's actually in the front. But still, yeah, if you had to fly that thing low level through the camera, that's a definite pucker factor, I would say. Vitor, hope Mirage gets into the module trial program. It will eventually, I would imagine. Pink Floyd wants the F104. Okay, here he is. He's fighting a MiG-21. Of course, the baguette shall win. Off the rail. Goodbye. I keep saying this, but I need to fly the MiG-21 again, because it's a really fun aircraft. And they've kept it up to date, which is nice to see. Runway denial, very good. Lots of rockets. Gun pod action. Yes, because of course this version doesn't have the internal gun. They had to lose that because of the extra space needed for the second cockpit. So there you go, Mirage F1 BE now in game. It's a really, really nice addition. Okay, stand by. I'm just reorging my tabs and whatnot. And making sure that I don't have audio turned on for tabs that I shouldn't. Excellent. And yeah, quick reminder, if we can hit 50 likes on this video, I have an additional video that I will set live. So go ahead and do that if you can. If you could, that'd be great. Do me a solid if you don't mind. Pink Floyd, an Airgis F14 or F105 would be great. Why an F14? We already have the Heatblur F14. Yeah. Spellsword 91, F1 really easy to get up to speed with. Highly recommended. Yeah. Really cool. Oh, Sim Taylor, no problem, no problem. 7 to go, we're almost at 50. So yes, jumping back to the changelog, yeah, there's full multi-crew capability. There's the sight repeater, gun pods. You can set priority controls for front and back cockpit. Several systems repeaters. Added the ALE 40 programmer, clickability, and specific crew view settings. It's kind of cool. There's a sight test procedure that's been implemented now. I like test procedures. And then changes and improvements to the engine, flight model, auto start, manual and documentation, and various other cool stuff. Very, very nice. And the C101 continues to get updates. Absolutely fantastic. The radio station status yellow indicator and selected radio for transmission in the voice chat will be displayed correctly. Good. F15E from Razbam. Lots of really cool stuff here. Additions and improvements to the 3D models and textures, but the thing we really care about, the terrain following radar, is now implemented. Very, very exciting. INS-based wind estimation is in. All types of waypoints can now be added in the mission editor. List points can be bound to steer points. Lots of fixies. They've adjusted the INS drift rate. bunch of improvements, and they've added support for the new VoIP system, which is very, very nice. 3 more to go! Woo! The track replays are fixed. Yes, that's correct. In fact, there's a whole new track replay system, so it's not even so much that they've been fixed, it's that they've been completely re-implemented, which is nice to see. We're almost there with getting enough likes here. Once we hit 50 likes, I'll go ahead and set my other video live. Also from Razbam, the AV8B Harrier got a bunch of fixes. Bomb release multiple logic is fixed. Rockets firing sequence is fixed. Auto-release queue behavior is fixed. It was quite inaccurate before. And we now have VoIP push-to-talk keybinds, which almost certainly means that it will work with the new VoIP system. Fixes for the Mirage. Fixes for the MB339. Fixes for the Jeff. A lot of fixes for the Gazelle. A lot of multi-crew improvements here. Fixed the rotor flap sound. Fixed the flight model excessive roll. Lots of really good stuff here. F-14 Tomcat by Heat Blur. They've got some fixes here for that aircraft as well. Viggen added all Swedish Sidewinders using the new Eagle Dynamics Sidewinder implementation. Corrected shimmering on the canopy in some lighting situations. Updated the RB04 explosive power. And then a bunch more fixes. Then we've got a bunch of fixes for the maps as well. Nothing too exciting. I think we do have some known issues, and there is a hotfix planned. So what they list here as known fixes... Oh, we're at 50. We're at 50. Right, let me hit that button very quickly. We're going to set this new video live. Don't go and watch it now, though, because we're still right in the middle of this. We're still doing the DCS news. But there we go. I've hit the publish button on that video, so you'll be seeing that. Now everyone disliked the video. Hey, you know, we've hit the 50, we've hit the requirement. I actually did just lose 1 like. I did just lose 1 like, somebody did it. But yes, feel free to dislike the video if you didn't like it. That's how this is supposed to work. Pink Floyd, -50 and deep buys everyone a beer. I don't know how to do that. And I probably don't have enough money to do that, so sadly, no. So anyway, known issues in 2.9. Objects moving at speed may begin to jitter after some time in a mission. Improved spotting. Some visual issues may be seen in certain hardware/graphical options combinations. H64D attitude hold submode are causing occasional oscillations in pitch and roll. H64D BDA messages via data link not implemented. Please do not attempt to send a BDA. Will the game crash? I don't know. FA-18C possible issue with display of jamming targets on the FCR page. Voice chat, aircraft control binds will take precedence over room mode PTT binds. Airflow effect on vegetation not fully synchronized in multiplayer. And the in-game scoreboard does not show kills or losses in multiplayer. Oops, that's a fairly major one. Griff Nizzle, -100 likes and Deep shows his feet on stream. I lost another like! Oh no! People just liked it to get the new video. Oh dear, oh dear. I brought this upon myself. Did this to myself. Spellsword 91. I imagine the new LOD option will affect spotting. It doesn't, says Griff Nizzle. Yeah, John Bloor, I read it the same way. I picture Wagsy's GPU exploding every time someone sends a BDA. I like that they say, please do not attempt to send BDA. It's like every time they're getting like kind of beaten up, they're more bruised and hurt every time someone hits the button. Like, please no, I have a family. Anyway, that's the complete changelog for 2.9. Looking really rather good, I think. Next, we have the latest video from our boy Notso. This is targeting with JDAMs. This is a new capability coming to the F-15E Strike Eagle. It's not in the sim yet with 2.9, but it is apparently coming soon. Oh, the likes are coming back up again. Thank you very much, everybody. You're very kind. There are implied consequences. Yeah, that's how I felt about it. Please, please, no. Think of the children. So here we have Notso making a radar map, as he often does in the F-15E Strike Eagle, and I assume he's going to use that to create a target point for the JDAMs and then drop them. So let's see how this goes. You can see his GPU is sitting at init just now, so I guess that's them spinning up and aligning. That's pretty cool to see. The F15 really is very, very impressive. I need to do some more kind of little bonus videos on it. I'm not going to start an actual tutorial series on the F15 yet, because I still have lots of other videos to do on other aircraft, mainly the Viggen. But once it's a little bit more complete, I absolutely will do a series on this aircraft. Yes, very, very nice. Vitor, I just started your F18 playlist, and it's amazing quality content. Can't wait for Viggen videos. Oh my, thank you very much. That's extremely kind. Well, you have 3 Viggen videos already, ready to watch now. So here we have the Wizzo making a little target point here. And I assume we're then going to drop some JDAMs on that. Let's see how it goes. Here we are, back in the front seat. John Bluer, can't wait till it gets more guided munitions, like the Mavericks, those TV-guided bombs/missiles. I'm really happy we have the TFR. I think the TFR is going to open up a lot of cool playstyles for the Strike Eagle. But yes, of course, there is lots more stuff coming. This aircraft is extremely complicated and has so many options. Like this screen that he's displaying just now, where he's programming the JDAMs. I've never seen this before, and I have no idea how this works. But if there's anyone who's going to tell you how it works, it's going to be Notso. He's the guy who knows. Okay, we now have a target point. It looks like he's actually transferred the target. Nice. Vitor, how is F-15E Wizzo roll compared to the F-14 Rio? Similar, I guess. The nice thing about the Wizzo really is it frees up the pilot to really just fly the aircraft. The avionics in the F-15 are so complex and so involved that having a second person to help you out is kind of good. Yeah, you can fly from the back, as John Bluer says. It is US Navy doctrine that the back seater doesn't get flight controls, but in the US Air Force, the back seater is also a pilot. Now, in the VAF, we've actually had backseaters land the plane, but I have to say the view forward is basically non-existent, and especially as you're flaring, you cannot see where you're going. So yeah, landing from the back seat is dangerous, in my opinion, but possible. I've seen a couple of Wizzos actually do it. So we're going to see him drop the bomb. Here's hoping. Just a couple more minutes on this one. And you can see that we have brackets on the heading tape at the top. I'm assuming that's allowable heading. And we also have our dynamic launch zone showing on the right-hand side. Pink Floyd need the £5,000 GPU-28 big booms. That is an enormous bomb. £5,000 bomb. Deary me. What would you ever need that for? Oh, 2 GPUs away. There we go. They're off the rail. And let's see what kind of effect on target we get. Good, I was going to ask, when's he going to turn off target? We don't want to overfly the area where we've just made angry people. Ooh, seeing those likes roll in. Thank you very much, everybody. That's extremely kind. When size matters. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, let's see. Time to impact. Coming up on 30 seconds now. How high was he? He was only at like 20-something angels. How far away is that target? I feel like it's taking a really long time for the JDAMs to get there. Time to impact 10 seconds. And impact. Boom, boom. Oh, wow. Very impressive accuracy there. Really nice explosion effects, too. Good job, Not So. Good job. Shack. You can never have too much laser-guided freedom. Yes, indeed. Very, very true. So yes, that's the JDAM video from our boy Notso. Also this week, we got more Razbam news in the form of some pictures of the lights in the cockpit of the MiG-23. This is the MiG-23 MLA cockpit lighting test. No floodlights as yet, but this is all of the other cockpit lights showing up here. So we've got these two shots here looking rather nice. It looks like they've done some nice modelling in the cockpit. I wonder if this is textured as yet. Maybe the reason they're showing it at night is because we don't have textures yet. I don't know. But still, looking really, really cool. I'm also looking forward to the MiG-23. I think this is going to be a very nice addition, especially now that we have a couple of Middle Eastern maps. MiG-23 is absolutely accurate for Middle Eastern air forces, MiG-21 as well, Mirage F1. These are all aircraft that are very area appropriate, so we'll be able to create some interesting scenarios there. Griff Nizzle, don't tease me, Flogger boys be mad malding? I don't know what that means, but yes, I'm sure they are. I'm looking forward to this one very much. It's going to be very, very cool indeed. Yes, and we were also going to take a very, very quick look at the known issues on the forum. I don't know if it's anything more than what was already mentioned in the changelog, but let's have a very quick look at this. So this is the post from WAGS. This was only posted just yesterday. Since the launch of the DCS 2.9 open beta, we've been reading and watching most comments and videos. Thank you very much for the feedback. This is exactly what an open beta is designed to do. Test over a much larger sample base than we are capable of. We are already hard at work on the hotfix, and several of the following items will be addressed. Over extended gameplay, units and weapons can appear to skip, vibrate, or stutter. This is particularly true for objects moving at high speed. HUD symbology for the Flaming Cliffs 3 aircraft is degraded. Voice chat, unable to transmit over voice chat. We're expanding the number of turn servers. But also please bear in mind that some servers may not have voice chat enabled, and kindly check that your frequency, encryption and microphone are set up correctly. CTD with some older F-18C missions based on STN assignments. Aircraft control binds will take precedence over room-made PTT binds. Ground appears to be in shadow using DLSS and SSS in some view conditions. Actually, I experienced exactly this. It was actually with FSR and SSS, and I showed that in my benchmark video. Units are visible in VR at unrealistically far ranges. Sounds good to me. Ground units moving below the MTR threshold appear on the F-16C air-to-air FCR. Okay, that's definitely a bug. Airflow effect on vegetation is not fully synchronized in multiplayer. Yeah, these are the ones they had in the changelog already. The attitude hold submode in the Apache BDA-MSGs are not implemented. Please do not attempt to send a BDA. Again, WAGS is pleading with you. Please do not attempt to send a BDA. F-18C, possible issue with display of jamming targets on the FCR page. In the game, the scoreboard does not show kills or losses in multiplayer, and sync of new dust and wind effects in network play. With the introduction of many new graphics options like DLSS and FSR, we understand that it can be a bit confusing. We've provided an FAQ here that we hope will assist you getting the most out of the new graphics features. In particular, if you have degraded visual quality when using DLSS, please use the new sharpening slider to improve this. Thank you again for your support and testing of the DCS 2.9 open beta. Have at it, everybody. For me, like I said, it's running great. Right, what's chat saying? John Bluer, MiG-23 fills a Red 4 gap that's needed. Absolutely. No Rhino, no Corsair, no Flogger. Sim Dark Ages. Brian Isel, AV8B VoIP doesn't work with the game voice chat. Thank you very much. That's good to know. I'm still using SRS, so it's not a big deal for me, but that's good to know. SSS looks amazing, but it does look like a solar eclipse is happening sometimes. Yeah, Vitor, I experienced that when I had FSR on. I assume it's probably the same with DLSS. If you turn those features off, it looks amazing. It looks really, really good, actually. So, that's everything for the news for this week. It's been a bumper episode. A lot of really, really cool stuff. You know, we've had the Mirage F1 BE, we've got the Halloween sale, and we've got DCS 2.9. Really, what more could we ask for? What more could we possibly ask for? So it's at this time that, as always, I need to pimp the VAF, and I pressed the wrong button. So the VAF, the Virtual Air Force, is a virtual online squadron, originally founded by myself and dotChuckles many, many moons ago. It's a opt-in milsim style approach. We accept people joining us as freelancers, and you can fly any aircraft you like whenever you want. Alternatively, you can join one of our numbered internal squadrons and receive training, type rating, do qualifications, all kinds of fun stuff. At the present time, we have squadrons for the Harrier, the F-15, the F-16 and the F-18. We're actually looking into the continued viability of the Apache and A-10 squadrons, so more to follow with that. But we're definitely recruiting for Harrier, F-15, F-16 and F-18. We're always looking for more pilots. We're also always looking for ATC, mission designers, admins, all kinds of people. So come join the VAF if you would like. Our Discord link is in the show notes below. Everybody is welcome, whether you fly with us or not. There's a lot of really, really cool stuff going on the Discord, so come join us. It's going to be great fun. Yogi, you have over 50 likes. Do we get the bonus video? Yes, it's already been published. You have that bonus video as of right now. So go ahead and enjoy that after the DCS news. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. We still have stuff to discuss. So I'm going to give a quick channel update. I am, of course, continuing to do the series on the Viggen. Next week, we're going to take a little look at how to land the Viggen. If taking off the Viggen is a little bit complicated, then landing it can be even more complicated. It's a little bit of work, but I think if you follow the correct procedures and watch how I do it, you'll get on just fine. Halloween sale even coming to Steam on the 26th as well. John Bloor, I'd like a dark mode for the F10 map. Night missions, though. It melted my retinas earlier. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, so continuing the series with the Viggen, and I'm going to throw in the occasional bonus video as well. I'd like to continue to do some bonus videos for the M2000C, the F-15E Strike Eagle, and so on. So you will see those dropping in from time to time. So I've been Deepak. I publish a new tutorial video every Saturday at 6:30 PM UK time. Currently doing a series on the AGS-37 Viggen by Heatblur. That's always followed by the DCS news, which just happens to be this thing, what you're watching right now. If you haven't already, please, please, please subscribe, like, and comment. It's a really big help to me and to the channel. We're just getting really, really close to the next milestone there. I think we're just about on, is it almost on 9K now? Let me actually check, I can't remember. Yes, very nearly on 9,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody. It's really, really quite amazing that I have this level of support from you all. If you'd like to further support the channel, you have the option of joining Deepak's ground crew for a small monthly fee. Thank you very, very much, those of you who've already done so. Big shout out to Harish Rajan, Byron Farrow, Storm Kimbari, Channel Wright, Mangash, J.R. Walker, Shandor Hedgevald, Griff Nizzle, Mr. Yeti, Bread, Tier Zero, Tiger Moto, Sean IM81, Charts, John Bloor, Frantic Stone, Mr. Craptacular, Alex, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Nero, and Pink Floyd. Thank you so much, all of you. Let's see, anyone else got comments in chat that I should address? Lots of salutes. Don't forget to feed dotChuck in the basement. It puts the lotion on its skin. Deary me. Very, very good. Well, this was a bumper episode. I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. Fly safe, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta.